Wow! Another Italy vlog! Awesome! Hola! Como estas? I think that's Italian. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday and welcome to the new vlog. For those of you who don't know me, I'm ToneFrance. I'm a YouTuber and a TikToker, and this is my vlog channel. On my main YouTube channel, I perform skits where I talk to myself as a bunch of different characters. Right now, I'm still in Italy and we're starting our day at the Colosseum again because I have to film a little video while I'm here. It's beautiful, isn't it? All right, so we filmed a little bit, but it is extremely hot out today. So we are going to the Spanish Steps and then we might go see a special store, but we'll see if I can handle the heat. All right, so here are the famous Spanish Steps. I do not know the significance of these or why they're called the Spanish Steps, but it is a pretty nice view from up here. I can't believe I just climbed that in 100-degree heat. All right, so we were walking to a special store, but I just found an even more special store. Franceschini. That's my last name. I gotta go in there and see what they sell. So in the store, they sell a bunch of men's clothing, and of course, I had to buy myself a nice shirt. It was expensive, but it was worth it. Finally, we found it. The Rome Lego store. So it's pretty much a normal Lego store, except they have this awesome Lego mosaic of the Trevi Fountain. And there's me from last week's vlog throwing a coin in. All right, so today was a busy day of filming and exploring Rome. And now we're back at the hotel. We have to get an early bedtime tonight because tomorrow we are leaving Rome and I believe going to Verona or Florence, I don't remember, but I know we're going to Pisa for a bit to see the Leaning Tower of Pisa. But before I stop filming for today, I just want to thank you guys for 700,000 subscribers. I definitely wasn't expecting to hit it this quickly, but I am so glad that I did. Now I have to start brainstorming ideas for Nerf Wars because, as I'm sure you already know, I filmed most of my July videos back in April, and now I have to come up with a way on how I'm gonna fit Nerf Wars 7 into the storyline that I'm telling. I might just wait till August, but I know you guys wanna see it sooner, so let me brainstorm for a bit. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. We are on the train out of Rome and into, where are we going, Mimi?
Firenze, Florence.
Florence. So, on the train ride, I'm gonna be doing a little bit of writing. All right, we made it to Florence, and on the train ride, I actually wrote a script for the new Education with Ned that I'm gonna film when I get back from Italy. We're in our hotel room now, but it's time for us to go to the Tower of Pisa. Well, there it is, the leaning scaffolding of Pisa. That looks better. Now it's time for me to go up there. See, I told you guys, I'm on the Leaning Tower of Pisa right now, on the top floor. Kinda, I think there's another floor above me. It was a lot of stairs. I'm out of breath, and yes, it does slant a lot. I'm kind of scared. In case you guys are wondering what the Tower of Pisa is, it's a bell tower. Should I ring the bell? Okay, after that epic adventure in Pisa, it is now time to go to bed. Today was 103 degrees, very, very hot, took a lot out of me, but I did have some good pasta for dinner. Anyway, now it's time for bed. See you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Today we are starting the day with a tour of Florence. We're gonna see lots of cool stuff, but most importantly, the statue of David. There's the famous carousel in Florence, and honestly, not that impressive. We have carousels actually at the Jersey Shore that are bigger than this. This is the bridge where all the rich people shop because it's all expensive jewelry. All right, so we just completed our tour of Florence. It was beautiful. We saw a lot of very amazing parts of the city, but now it's time to see the most amazing part of all because we're gonna see the statue of David. There it is. Wow, incredible. All right, that was a long walk out in the sun, so now it's time for some gelato in milkshake form. Now we went from seeing David in a museum to David on a mountaintop. This is such a good view. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I don't really know where I left off last night, but today we're going to tour a big Duomo building, I think is what it's called, here in Florence, and then we're headed to Venice. So it should be pretty fun. Let's get going. We're gonna go in there. Definitely not in there. I already went in the Tower of Pisa and that was enough climbing for me. Okay, so we just got done touring El Duomo. Honestly, on the inside isn't as pretty as on the outside, and I think it was intentionally done that way. But when you look up inside the dome, that's where the magic is. That painting is so cool in there. And also we went underneath the church and we saw all the ruins of churches from the past, because all of the cities in Italy, they say, is like lasagna, where they build one layer on top of another on top of another. So yeah, now it's time for some gelato though. 10 out of 10. Okay, so that was our last bit of time in Florence. Now it's time to head to Venice. And finally, we made it to our last destination on our Italy vacation. We're in Venice, the city where the roads are water. And now we are at the iconic St. Mark's Square. Usually this place is empty, but I guess they're doing a concert or something? I don't know. All I know is I'm exhausted. It was a long train ride today. I don't think I have stopped sweating all day. So we'll do exploring for Venice tomorrow, but right now it's bedtime. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Today is our last day in Italy and we're spending the day doing a walking tour of Venice. The tour of Venice has been very beautiful. We've walked down a couple back streets. We saw St. Mark's Square. Now we are going inside this building, which is where they used to basically judge whether someone should go to jail or not. So in this building you saw in the courtroom where they make the final judgments, and then we even got to walk across the Bridge of Sighs, which is a bridge where basically the prisoners would walk from the courthouse over to the prisons and spend the rest of their life rotting in jail. We spent pretty much all day touring Venice. It's such a cool city, but honestly this trip's been like 10 days long, so everyone in my family is exhausted, including myself, because it's also very, very hot here. But we do have one last surprise before our day in Venice comes to an end. We're going on a gondola ride. You can't go to Venice without riding on a gondola. Good morning, everyone. Happy July 4th. It is the last day of our trip here in Italy. We are headed home to America, and it's fitting that it's on July 4th, but of course our flight has already been delayed by an hour and a half, so that is not a good way to start our day, but we're still going to the airport anyway, so bye-bye, Italy. All right, we finally made it onto our flight, and now it's time to write. Finally back to America on the 4th of July too. It took forever though, but I was able to write a lot, and I even watched the first Gladiator movie. And I started watching the second one, but it's not as interesting to me. Anyway, now that I'm back here, I'm gonna go to bed. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. It's the last day of the vlog, and I am back in America with proper air conditioning and cold water. Honestly, I really enjoyed my trip to Italy, but it was just so hot there, and me being a spoiled American, not having like good air conditioning was tough. That is probably just me though. Like I said, I'm a spoiled American, but anyway, I'm back in my apartment. Today is my day to catch up on some work that I couldn't do while I was in Italy. My number one priority, obviously, is editing this vlog that you're watching. So I'm gonna do that right now. Vlogception. I am all caught up on editing this week's vlog. Now, I'm gonna go get fitted for my tux for my wedding at the end of the month. So, I got fitted for a tux. What you're seeing in this video is not gonna actually be my tux for the wedding, of course, but those are the clothes that are gonna match with my measurements. Anyway, now that I'm back here, I'm gonna do a little bit of editing on the video that I filmed in Italy. And then when I'm done that, I'm probably gonna finish up this vlog and watch the new Squid Game. So I wanna thank you guys for watching this week's vlog. We are now back from Italy, and I have a pretty big plan for next week as long as the weather holds up. So I will see you guys next Sunday.